Nocturne Toten on Call of Duty World at War. Probably said that wrong, but hey. This is honestly one of the best maps ever. Got the original ray gun, the map is small as shit, got other weapons like the trench gun. It's just that OG fucking map. Where the hell is the trench gun? I swear to God it was up there. It is. Finally. Been looking everywhere for this thing. I wish I had one of these things in real life. What the hell is that noise? What's going on? Where the fuck did this thing come from? Holy shit! Alright then.
Surprise, motherfucker!
What the fuck is going on?
It is now!
Is it over? Because I'm out of ammo. I hope that's the last of them. I literally have a fucking trench gun. Do you see this shit?
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Believe it or not, I'm 19 years old, and the first time I shot a gun was New Year's Eve. Alright, here's my shotgun, just in a video game. Let's shoot it. Alright, you know what? World of War actually kind of got it down. Doesn't have that much recoil, but it's got the boom. Now, I'm sure there are some of you who might have shot a gun as young as the age of 13, maybe even younger than that. I know that there are a lot of families that are really into firearms, hunting, and that kind of thing. When my dad was a kid, he hunted and shot guns and things like that, but since I was a kid, I've just never done anything like that, not with friends and not with family. I've just never shot a gun. But since I am no longer living with my parents and I'm living on my own, I really need some sort of weapon for home defense other than a fucking samurai sword in my closet. Someone breaks into my house late at night. They ain't stealing anything. It sucks that this is the way it is, but if someone comes into my house with a gun with ill intent and I don't have a gun, I'm fucked. One warning shot from that 12 gauge and they are fucking out of here though. That shit is so fucking loud. One of my best friends, Philip, who came with me to purchase the 12 gauge and who came with me to shoot it afterwards, that same morning he went hunting with his dad and he used a 12 gauge to hunt. And he said that the 12 gauge that I have was so much louder than the one that he was using. Just for whatever reason, this brand or this 12 gauge, it's fucking awesome. We were all just tripping about how great this shotgun was. I'm sure that you guys can already tell that I'm very trigger happy with it already and that I had a lot of fun shooting a gun for the first time, so definitely expect an actual video of me shooting that 12 gauge in the future. I didn't get a chance to film me shooting it for the first time, which kind of sucks, but I did film it with my iPhone, so I do have that. But by the time we left the gun show, it was around 5:30, and then we drove to the end of this road to shoot it. By the time we got to the end of this road, the sun was already setting, so if I would have drove home and got my camera, it would have already been dark by the time we got out there, so if I just would have had my camera with us when we went to the gun show, then I would have been able to record it and it would have worked out. But my friends were just like, you literally got to get over this fear of shooting guns immediately. You just bought this thing. We know exactly where to bring you to shoot it. We're going to do it right fucking now, they said. And I'm so glad that they did because that was so much fun and I instantly got over my fear of having to shoot a gun. My biggest fear was the kick because it's a 12 gauge shotgun. But the thing is, the person who sold me this shotgun, they are so fucking smart. It was a woman who sold me this gun. There was another guy who was talking to me about it, but it was the woman who sold it to me. She was just talking to me and she's like, you're worried about shooting a 12 gauge? The first gun I ever shot was a 12 gauge. I still have my first 12 gauge. It was no problem for me. And I'm just like, yeah, I'll take it. I ain't a wimp. I can shoot a 12 gauge. You're totally right. That's exactly how it went. And she was totally right. Shooting that thing was so easy for me. I felt absolutely no pain in my shoulder at all. No soreness, nothing. I just held it and did exactly what my friends told me to, and there was no problem. I'm sure shooting a 12 gauge at the age of 13 would be a lot different, because, you know, there's actually fucking muscle on my body now. As very little as it may be, it obviously fucking helped. And I was just so hyped after the first time I shot because I'm like, this is so fun. Yeah, it's not a fucking toy, but if it's not a toy, why is it bringing me so much joy? On a real note, gun safety is not something to fuck around with. My friends are being sure to drill that into my head since I am very new to guns. Well, it's not like I'm new to guns. I've been fucking shooting them virtually for my entire life almost. But you guys know what I mean. New to real guns. There are a lot of things not to do with real guns and a lot of things you need to know, and my friends are making sure that I know. They've all been shooting guns for an extremely long time and they actually use them frequently. One of my friends has an AR-15 and I was actually tempted to buy an assault rifle, believe it or not. I had a budget. Some of the assault rifles were in the budget and I was fucking eyeing them. I'm like, it's legal for me to just walk up in here and fucking buy this thing. Really. But I am very, very happy with my decision because I went there to get a home defense self-defense weapon, not to go to war. So the 12 gauge is the much better choice for that. I didn't want to get an assault rifle just because I wanted to at the time, but I know I'm eventually going to get one just because I want one. So that's why there was no point in me getting it right away, because it really wasn't what I was looking for right then. But it was just so cool to just see hundreds of different types of pistols, so many different types of assault rifles. I saw Vectors, I saw KSGs, I saw a fucking Dragunov. There was just so many guns there that I had held in my virtual hands. Being able to hold them in my real hands, feel the weight behind the gun, and just to have the gun in real life in my hands was just insane. I know there's probably so many people watching this like, shut the fuck up, I've held a gun before, you retard. But if you remember the first time you held and shot a gun, then you're probably not giving me any shit right now, you're just happy I finally fucking did it. I love how in my video a few days ago, in the title I had like 4 Call of Duties that I said that I would be playing. And I love how I mentioned and put those 4 Call of Duties in the thumbnail, but the one Call of Duty that I didn't mention or put in the thumbnail is the first Call of Duty from old gen that I'm playing. Just made the most sense to play this game because of the trench gun, and I wanted to do that little thing in the beginning of the video. And I fucking love World at War, and apparently there's a bunch of Christmas noobs on this game. I bet some people are probably happier to get World at War for Christmas than Infinite Warfare, so I don't really blame them for playing this game. Ever since I got this shotgun, all I have wanted to do is just go out and shoot it some more, which is dangerous because this is a pretty expensive hobby. Gotta buy ammo, and then part of me wants to buy stuff to shoot with the gun. And right after we went and shot it, like right after I had bought the shotgun, bought ammo, bought some sodas and shit to shoot, right when we got home from doing that, I already wanted to go back and do it more. I'm addicted and I just can't shoot enough. Hit me up, iTunes. So yeah, since that's the first gun that I have ever purchased, I found out how easy it was for anybody to just purchase a gun. Well, not anybody, but anyone who has absolutely no history or violent history or anything like that. If you've got cash and 10 minutes to fill out a form, all you have to do is walk into a gun show or a gun store, and you can walk out with a gun 20 minutes later if you know what you're looking for. If you're browsing, it might take you 40. But the only reason it took me that long is because of how many fucking guns were at this show. And I was just browsing and looking at all the different options and shit, and I finally decided on 12 gauge. But yeah, say you're just a fucking psycho. You hate people, you want to kill people. Say for the first 18, 19 years of your life, you do absolutely nothing wrong. You just play it super safe, and you're super quiet about your hatred for humanity. Literally, if you did that and you had a couple $100, Jesus fucking Christ, help us all. This is honestly so bad, because if somebody like that went to a gun show, they could immediately go to somewhere like Walmart, purchase ammunition, and they would have a shotgun in their trunk fully fucking loaded. I literally came to that realization, like after I purchased the shotgun, it no longer had any zip ties or anything like that. It was just in my trunk, unloaded. I then went to Walmart, and I would have been more than capable of just taking out a bullet and loading the shotgun in the fucking parking lot. Obviously, I would never fucking do anything like that because I'd be in jail 2 hours later, but somebody crazy enough to do that shit could do it so easily, and that scared the fuck out of me. I'm like, wow. That either means that there are a lot of bad people who are just fucking pussies or stupid. It's either that or there aren't as many bad people in the world as there are good. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people who do bad, fucked up things. But after experiencing how easy it is to purchase a firearm that could literally kill so many fucking people, there are a lot less bad people than I thought. That or every single bad person on the planet is just fucking oblivious and stupid. Which is true because, you know, they do really bad and stupid things, but after finding out how easy it was for me to purchase a gun, I was just wondering how there wasn't bad things happening like in my area or all the fucking time. Like sure, there are tons of terrorist attacks and tons of shootings all the time, but there aren't like mass shootings and a lot of terrorist attacks in our area. Our area meaning the United States. Out of the United States, shit like this happens all the fucking time. We only hear about like 1 of every 10 stories and shit like that, but you know, it definitely happens out of the United States. It's just crazy how we have these fucked up people on the planet, but we make it so easy for them to hurt the not fucked up people. Oh yeah, just give me your name, your address, your social security, and then here's a fully loaded assault rifle. Have fun. Be safe out there. What the fuck are we thinking? I just bought this shotgun because I want to feel safe just in case that one crazy motherfucker ends up in my house. Also, as I found out very quickly, they are fucking fun. I think I can speak for almost 90% of all guys. It could be higher than 90%, or it could be much lower than 90%. That's just my estimate. Yeah, I would like to say at least 90% of guys, and I'd say 50% of girls, love the power of a gun. Whether it be a pistol, shotgun, sniper, being able to pull a trigger, see a bottle explode, shoot a can out of the air, hit the center of a target, the sound that it makes, the power behind the gun, just every little thing brings you joy. Or it could kill you. As shitty and abrupt as that sounds, it's the fucking truth behind guns. They are as fun as a toy and the single most deadly weapon. And because we have become so fond of these weapons, it is only getting easier and easier to get them. Oh, you're 18 years old now? Yeah, you're only one day older than yesterday, but yeah, you can buy a fucking assault rifle, bro. Are you fucking serious? I'm one day older and now I can buy 10 assault rifles if I had enough money? You sure can! Welcome to the United States of America. Sure, it's great that people like me can just pick up a home defense weapon immediately and have no problem with it. That is how it should be, because I have no ill intent with this shotgun. I'm only going to use it for my own protection, and I'm going to occasionally bring it out to shoot with my friends for some fun. It's not good for it to just sit in the closet all the time. It needs to be shown some love. By making it this easy to purchase firearms, it's already starting to bite us in the ass, and I'm sure it can and will continue to get much worse. Alright guys, that is where I'm going to end today's video. Thank you all so much for taking the time to watch it. If you could also take the time to leave a thumbs up too, I would appreciate that very much. And as always, my friends, I hope you all have yourselves a fantastic day. A farewell, a goodbye, and here comes that motherfucking woo!